Guys, it's just morning and I just feel like I want to talk because I'm really, really bored and like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, maybe I can tell you some stories about what's actually happened. My apologies of how I'm looking, but I just woke up, you know. So, first of all, I heard something about Eric. And Eric, me and the story about him. I think he has 6 children. He's a wife abuser and he uses women, right, to get his gains. At least that's what he's been doing to me. And somebody said this guy is really, really dangerous, and I will just say it's true. He's been stalking my house uh, from, I mean, so many mornings. He's been standing outside of my apartment with a real, real threatening, you know, uh, pretty much waking me up and then leaving, and just it is terrorizing and it's harassing. Somebody told me to call the police, but I know the police won't do anything and nobody on the street is giving a fuck. And Eric and his crew, of course, are jumping me, and there are other people on the street as well. And since I've now been in this situation for so long now, like socially, I don't even have the means or the tools to defend myself anymore. Um, um, so he is one of those vicious people who's tried to kill me. He's coming from the people. I started getting issues with Eric after I was chilling with those people who tried to murder me. The guy who lived in my apartment for like 7 months, who ended up in the psych ward with his friend who ended up in jail, and then me who ended up in the psych ward as well. I was put in because of grief, because people were abusing me so harshly. I was just laying on on my carpet, and crying for 3 days straight. Like, eventually, like, I called the abuser up because I had nobody else to call, and he sent for an ambulance, so I was put in. Um, that's what happened. Um, and yeah, I was at the psych ward for about not more than a week, 5 days. I refused to go home because I said several times I'm gonna die in my apartment, but the people in the system didn't care. They refused to help me, rather, I was kicked out. Um, so that's one part of the story. And Eric and the people and the guy who try to, do what they do, which they still are, because they're friends of December's and Kara and all these people. I still don't know why December is jumping me because I don't know this chick. Like, honestly, she's just acting like a jealous girl now who's trying to come up on me, and it's really ridiculous. It's the same with that girl, Vicky. Like, really, really, um, just two women with hate in their eyes who is wanting to come up on me, and is making a name by doing so. And I think it's the most low life thing that you can do is to come up on somebody else when you can create your own. You know, no, I don't prefer to come up on anybody because I don't really, I don't really hang in that life where people are violent or hate on each other. Like, It's not really my lifestyle. It's nothing that I want to, but I had to go there because I was searching for protection. But now it's like, it's just done. There's no way for me to, it's better to just leave because it's not giving me nothing. It's never giving me anything, you know. I've only used it. I've only been there if I needed to protect myself. That's about it. Um, the one and only reason, actually. And since it's been going on for so long. But Eric, yeah, and the guy, right? And all of them hang around where I'm living, around these houses. They live like a little bit further down in Centrum as well, so they're not living far from here, and they're circulating. Plus, they know everybody here in the area. They know people here who live here. They know people on my yard. They know people on the other side, on all the places. Like, they've been chilling around here. Some neighbors have been acting strange. That's why I've been talking out about it, because, like, you know, um, of course, Eric had connections to some guy who said he was in the Bilderberg group, but I don't really believe him. I think they were just talking shit, because all of these guys, every time they come to me, all they tell is lies. So you don't really have anything to go on but your own judgment, because nothing that comes out of their mouth is ever any ounce of truth in it. So I mean, it's just waver, like, it's just, whoa, like, they're like, I don't even want to call them, like, they're fleeting. That's it. They're only fleeting. There's no stability. Is only to, it feels as if it's just destabilizing to be around them. And I suppose that's also what they look for. That's what they want. I'm obviously a potential threat. Why I'm not, I still don't know. Um, why Eric is coming to sexually abuse me and rip out my soul out of my chest and shit. Um, don't ask me, but the guy is obviously poor. If he's abusing women, he is on the side of, you know, one of those extremely lost men thinking they have control in a really lost world where all men are pretty much just in the fucking ditch. Get me? So many women who don't even want a man, but they need a man, like, life is fucked. Um, so yeah, of course, Eric, is the kind of guy, like so many others, fucking around, meeting girls, turning these girls against me, and so then I have issues with that, you know. Um, Women like December, as an example. I'm not sure if they know each other, but it's the same kind of person, you know. Uh, no, I'm not interested in her. I've never been interested in her. I've just thought that she has good looks, and I've liked her style. There's nothing in her personality, character that interests me at all. Uh, and the rest of the people, I think they've just been like straight up pure disgusting. And that's why I continue talking about it. So that the day, like, when I'm dead or whatever, y'all got my testimony at least. It's the least I can give you, you know. Um, So yeah, people be like, yo, call the police, they coming for you. Call the police. I don't do the police. That's why I'm not calling. I barely go to the hospital either. Like, I refuse, but it was good to hear from a doctor, you know. But I don't go to the police. People be like, but you should. I'm like, you know what? This world is so fucking fake. And then people be out there, be like, oh, you fucking be calling the people snitches and shit. What the fuck would you do if you were in my position right now? You know, you're all alone with no backup and you have groups of people jumping you. And you can't turn to the police because you know they won't help. And you can't turn to the people on the street because they completely ignore you. What do you do? This low life, I'm telling you. Why Michi continues to be a wife abuser, guys. He just is one of those guys. There's so many of them. Like, I've only met guys who abuse. The good ones are like scared of me. I get it. Like, every time I see a good guy, they run from me or something. I don't fucking know. Excuse me. I haven't met any good guys, to be honest. In fact, they say that they are. They make themselves look like it, but they're not. I would love to meet a good guy. Kim Marley be like, hey, what are you saying? I be like, yo, don't frown at me, nigga. Don't frown. If you frown at me, I shoot you. Something. Yeah, the worst thing I hate is a frown. Angry faces, angry temperaments, and spiteful eyes. I suppose it's hard to see it when you live there. And they expect somebody else to do the work for them because they're cheap motherfuckers. No accountability, nothing. Still making me sit here, not have a life. you know. Human beings, they die from loneliness. They die from isolation. It's not normal for the human species. We're biologically and energetically wired to be around living things, living beings, humans. That's what science is. So, yeah, I'm putting it, it feels like I'm putting it in humane situation while at the same time I'm asked to deal with answers. People's questions and stuff. It's really wicked. if I care about them, if I low key like Miche. No, like those things are passing. Before I low key used to like many people, but now it's more like when you see how disgusting they are and you get to see them for real, your scope changes and you just like, dude, these people are trash. What the fuck have I been doing there? Like, let them do whatever they want. Let them do whatever, but somebody just said I have a case of stalking. Yeah, please look up December, look up Kara, look up Akhlalulu, look up Eric Lindberg, look up Jennifer, look up Joakim, look up Jim Karvonen, Alexander Tsimortas, Peter Asberg or something. Look up Bogdan, look up Mariam, look up look up these people because I don't know them, but they're acting weird around me. Look up Minus Noraka, look up Nils Löfqvist something. He is one of the really bad ones, really, really bad ones. Those are the ones I can think of just straight off like that. So, no, there ain't no future. I threw it out the window a long time ago. Otherwise, I wouldn't be giving out names. Of course, Miche is one, Sam is one, Sam's friend. I never gave them permission to do shit. And I never given nobody consent to be acting like this. It's pretty much like the Gothenburg rave scene. They've always been like this. They've always had this kind of streak or whatever inside them. There's an evil streak of using other people to reach their goals. It never used to be like that. But then people went mainstream and shit like this started happening. Maybe it was always like that. Maybe I was just too gullible to see it. Who knows? But either way, I'm not. It is a nice place, but it is a violent place. And I will just say it like, because excuse me, I look like a tramp. I know. It is a violent place, but some places aren't still. But I mean, these mainstream gangsters, they should really stay away from the scene because they're wrecking everything. It's just about sex, drugs. I don't fucking know. It's to me, at least, I've never been on the side of where it's been real. I think people are fake as fuck. And I don't know why I'm doing that. So, what I said a long time ago about me wanting my rave scene back, of course, I want it to be a good place. I want it to be where people can come and feel like they can relax and have a good time and, do whatever they need to do to become better humans And if there's space for it, that they can take the up. Excuse my stomach, it's been acting up, but that they take the space and chance to, take care of themselves in the company of others. Like, that's what I, excuse me, I just woke up. I look like a fucking, I don't know what. Was super important because you need other people around you. Um, it's never been like that. I think everybody who has the traditions should stick to them and not listen to what I'm saying, but listen to what their old ways were. Just shut the world out, kind of thing, and do your own thing as you know it, and live from there. Wait, excuse me. If Eric is a coward, he definitely is, because he's a man as well, and he has way more backup than I do. My people that I want to keep around, they don't practice violence. They don't practice going after people. So when people like this come after us or me or whatever, it becomes a really strange situation, because we don't fight, we just kind of want them, push them away, like leave. But when they don't get the message and they don't stop, uh, it's really strange, you know. There should definitely be some kind of organization or some kind of forces which go against these kinds of stalkings. And it was 22 when I said that. um but everything was hijacked, and I don't have the energy to be seen speaking about this shit again. So you guys take it for what it is. I'm not perfect. I'm just letting y'all know that this shit is not stopping around me. And yeah,